Hi, Chaba here, and welcome to another installment of the Proven Sales Letter Breakdown series. Today I have something more special for you because it's not going to be a sales letter itself, but instead it's going to be a gem of a guide on how to write killer bullets and fascinations that make people read your copy, make them interested, build a lot of desire, and also exponentially increase the sales power of your copy itself. And the way I want to do this is by focusing on a relatively covert but extremely powerful newsletter that the great Clayton Makepeace did in 2006, actually. It was the Screaming Eagle letter. Your roadmap to direct response riches. And in case you haven't heard about Clayton before, he was one of the OG copywriters of all time. His emotional copy and bullets and everything just resonated with so many people, and he produced well over $1 billion in sales for his clients. So we're talking about one of the big guns here. And unfortunately, Clayton has passed away in 2020, but his work lives on, and I'm absolutely positive that if you read or maybe even hand copy this issue of the Screaming Eagle yourself, you're going to see exactly like why he was so powerful, and it's not easy to teach something as complex as good bullet writing in like 12 pages, but he managed to do it. So this whole guide, you should definitely save it to your reference, and just open it up anytime you need to write persuasive bullets and fascinations for a sales letter, a video sales letter, a Facebook ad, email, basically anything. Because as the title itself says, 21 bullet secrets that ignite the selling power of your copy. And this is really descriptive in my opinion, because bullets are the things that are short, powerful. They create tons of intrigue and curiosity, but also desire. And basically with each bullet, you're opening up a loop inside people that they become interested to read more of your copy, and then they become interested to find out what the answer to the bullet is, or to the fascination is inside the product itself. So you're basically creating and building a lot of pressure inside people, that the only way they can solve this problem, to liberate this pressure, is by buying the product and finding out exactly like what's the secret. So I really love this explanation here, and I'm not gonna like do notes on this as usual, because I don't think it's needed. We're just going to cover the 21 main types of bullets, give you a few examples and why they work, and then you'll be able to reference this on your own as well. But I really want to like read this to you, because this is kind of like the main outcome of bullets and why we're doing them. So if you've ever wondered how to write response boosting, order pulling bullets and fascinations that literally keep your prospect tossing and turning, unable to sleep until he orders your product, then this will be one of the most important marketing letters you ever read. And it's true. These are the things, and the more bullets you have, the higher your chance of doing that one thing that really knocks people off the fence and that really makes them feel like, oh my God, I have to get this, otherwise, I just can't live myself. So these little things here explain exactly what bullets are and what's their main purpose is. So basically, they powerfully stimulate curiosity and intrigue. They seduce your prospect to read. You want them to read as much of your copy as possible, because then he gets absorbed more and more in the sales message itself. They build desire little by little by creating the urge to know the secret your bullet promises to reveal. So this is the strong curiosity element here. They seize your prospect's attention and keep him zooming through the copy. So again, we got to get their attention, because wherever their attention is, that is where you'll be able to hook them even more. Bullets make your sales message more readable, which is always a boost in response. And why? It's very simple. Like, check this left column out compared to the right column. Sure, even this is relatively easy to read, but like this left part with the bullets, it's immediately very skimmable, and You know, most people don't read all the copy that you write. So by using bullets, you have the opportunity to catch people who are just scrolling through a page or just skimming the copy, and who knows what their eyes will catch. Maybe it's going to be powerfully stimulate. Maybe it's going to be build desire. Maybe it's going to be pump up your promotions. And that's also why you need to use strong emotional words and power words to get people's attention, because especially nowadays, it's not enough to be vanilla and to use boring words that everyone else uses. You want to use these powerful words that catches people's eye, and then they read the rest of what's associated with that word or with that expression. And one of the big bonuses of bullets actually is that if you have writer's block, if you have headline block, so if you cannot really come up with a good headline on your own, no problem. You know, you just write a bunch of bullets, and basically they can act as headlines as well. So the best copywriters write like 7 times more bullets than they'll need, and then that assures that, you know, they'll only be able to include the best of the best bullets on the page. And then from those, you know, you're gonna have like a certain percentage of pretty good headlines, and there's gonna be a smaller but again significant percentage with good headlines, and then you're gonna have like 1, 2, 3 amazing headlines as well. And then it just also gets your creative juices flowing. So a lot of copywriters, what they do is that first, after the research phase, they just start writing bullets. They just consume the product itself, and then they start writing bullets, because that brings up a lot of cool desires and benefits and all these things that might be the big idea for the headline itself. So remember, the number one job of a bullet is to just keep your prospect reading. That's it. And we have several versions of bullets that, you know, I want to present you with a few examples, but again, just go read this whole PDF after this. You know, it's maybe overkill to hand copy the whole thing, but you can definitely hand copy just the bullets themselves. You read the explanation, and then you hand copy the bullets. So first of all, we have the how-to bullet, which is pretty self-explanatory. People just love how to, like how to win friends and influence people. Probably that also was a bullet at some point, but then it got turned into a headline. So how to make yourself safer than 89% of other car passengers, page 389. So this is a great example because it's short, it's to the point, it's like a bullet, it's quick, it's deadly effective, and it gets the job done. And it also has specifics, because 89% of other car passengers, and it has like this added teasing element here, like page 389. So it just increases the likelihood of people wanting to read that, because like, how can they resist? Or how to rub your stomach away. The simplest and most natural way to lose weight is by this effortless 2 minutes exercise. So notice, yes, it's a how-to, but it doesn't give away the whole thing. You have no idea what this exercise is. You just know that it's this exercise. It's a 2-minute exercise, even better, because then it's like a quick fix to something. And we all know that in weight loss and nutrition and supplement niches, people are just looking for the quick fix all the time. So you have basically zero chance to, I mean, not zero, but like a very, very small chance to sell like a motivation type of program for the weight loss market, because yes, it's needed. It's definitely needed, because it's needed to build habits and everything, but it's not going to be the thing that you'll be able to use to sell the program itself. Maybe in some extreme cases in which you make it like super hardcore or something, you're basically disqualifying a bunch of people. It's like you're trying to build a Navy SEALs type of team. In that case, it could work, but usually people are just looking for the quick fix. Then we have the secret bullet, which is very popular again, but make sure not to overuse it. The secret of single finger takedowns, using moves that are indefensible even by a larger and more experienced opponent. So if you're interested in this type of thing, like how could you not read it? Or like the secret of that schoolgirl complexion revealed. This is the natural compound you must have for health, beauty, and long life. Develops that youthful beauty from within. So it's like, wow, what can this be? Good bullets and fascinations never really give away the secret. They just tease it. Then we have the why bullet. Again, it's it's an especially powerful intrigue building thing that people, and it works well with people who want to understand stuff, who want things to be like explained to them in more detail. So why up to 70% of all poisonings happen to children under 5, and the best prevention of them all, page 34. So this bullet has it all. It has a very strong curiosity, it has specifics with the 70%, it has children, so people are, this is a huge pain point. A lot of parents, you know, they're really afraid that their children might poison themselves, and it's under 5, so it's even bigger of a pain point. And then the best prevention, so this is like the benefit part of it, and then we have another tease here, page 34. Why you can't trust your pension fund, dirty tricks they play with your money, and how to stop them cold. Again, it's just irresistible if you're in that specific audience. Now we also have the what bullet, like what you have to avoid, what you have to know, like what the corporate fat cats don't tell you about their CoQ10 supplements, or like what you must do immediately before November 15th, 2001 to preserve your health, wealth, and yeah, this is just a weird bullet, but it definitely has curiosity. Like what do I have to do until then? And especially for certain markets, for financial, I imagine this worked really well. Then we have some, let's say, negative type of bullets, and a famous of these was the what never to eat on an airplane headline for bottom line personal, if I remember correctly. Basically, it's just the perfect bullet and headline itself, because it's like you want to know you're flying the dirtiest, deadliest airplane in the whole wide world. So it's just people want to find out, and they tested a bunch of things maybe to improve this even more, but this was the dominant headline for quite a long while. Another example, what never to keep in your deposit box, never, and how to stop the state from stealing it. I think this was also from Bottom Line Personal, now from Boardroom, and they were especially strong in fascinations. They're copywriters. They were especially strong in fascinations. Then we can also use the never. You don't necessarily have to use like never, 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 but it's like the absolute worst time for your body to do paperwork or read, page 26. So it's like, I want to find that out. And it's like, it doesn't use the word never, but it assumes that never. Then we have like the plus bullet, and you can just use this at the end of a bullet list easily. So you list a bunch of bullets and then plus my complete list of 1837 companies that we suspect of fudging their earnings. Make sure your stocks are not on this list. So if you own stocks in, even if you own stocks in like ETFs or like the S&P 500, chances are that you're gonna get curious about this. Like, okay, so these are a bunch of companies actually. Like, do I own some of their stocks? And how to make sure that it's not me. So it creates an urge in people, because they don't want to lose money because of these companies fudging their earnings, and maybe it's like a disaster waiting to happen, and I want to find out if I have stocks in the stock market, whether I'm affected or not. Then we have the number bullet, pretty self-explanatory, can work really powerfully, and a lot of headlines use the number bullets as well. So like 3 often overlooked investment vehicles that can make you up to 10 times richer than the next earnings scandal bursts into the headlines. When the next earnings scandal bursts into the headlines. Wow, this is powerful. It has specifics, it has overlooked, so not many people know about it. 10 times richer, this is like a big benefit, a big promise. And then this has like the news value to it, like when the next earnings scandal burst into the headlines. This probably worked well, especially in a time when there's not much trust against institutions, and when there's a lot of corruption happening. We have the right wrong bullet, which I really like. I think it's really clever, and it's always worth it to like include a few of these as well in your list. So like sneezing into a tissue prevents colds, right? Wrong. Page 2 explains why. So this is often used with like common knowledge, but like if you can find out something about like common knowledge that most people know about, and then you discover that it's actually not that way at all, then it makes for a good right-wrong bullet. The other one is like unscented products have no scent, right? Sorry, many are masked with a chemical that can cause allergic reactions. I don't know, maybe this isn't so, at least to me, it's not so specific. But I like this one, the structure for this. The bathroom medicine cabinet is the best place to store medicine, right? Wrong. It's the worst. The facts are on page 120. So it's cool. Then we have the warning bullet, always a powerful one. Like you warn people of something, especially about something that relates to their deepest fears. So cell phone danger, avoid sleep disruption from electromagnetic waves. Caution, Washington and Wall Street are conspiring to hoodwink you. They only want you to think that they've cleaned up Wall Street. Discover the shocking truth that can protect you from being fleeced again. So these are actually very newsworthy. They might seem clickbaity a little bit, which probably they are, so don't overuse them a little bit. But they can definitely work. Like if you open the news, any news channel or news outlet, you'll definitely see a bunch of these types of headlines in some shape or form, which means they work. Then we can have questions as well as bullets, like the "Are you" bullet. So do you take any of these 16 popular vitamins or supplements? If so, please read this MD's urgent warning. So again, like most people take a multivitamin or something. Maybe they take some extra vitamins. And chances are, after they read this, they're thinking like, oh, so I take a few vitamins. So am I the one who takes one of the 16 mentioned here? Like it couldn't hurt to read this MD's urgent warning. So why not do it? We have the gimmick bullet, which is also one of my favorites. This is good when you can put a funny or cool spin on something. Like you extract an idea or information and you create like a catchy name to it. So it's like the amazing towel hanging trick that increases the strength of your erection plus your lovemaking stamina, allowing you to supercharge your love life in a very short time. You have to experience the kind of rocket burst orgasms to believe they're possible. See page 139. So maybe it's a little too long, and it could also be, especially nowadays when attention spans are shorter, maybe you can expand this into 2 or even 3 separate bullets, but it's still very, very powerful. Like, what could this towel hanging trick be? What can I do that comes close to that? The amazing follow-through secret that is the foundation of making long, straight dives so easy you could cry with joy. This alone will change your game forever. So again, it's something cruel. Not cruel, cool. So we also have the sneaky bullet, which don't overuse. It's a good idea to use this once or twice, but like don't overuse it because it can turn people off. The sneaky ways professional fighters use the element of surprise to turn around dangerous situations, even when they're the ones who've been jumped by an assailant unexpectedly. So it's like, what could this sneaky little thing, like it presupposes that, you know, someone's keeping this as a secret from you. So sneaky little arthritis secrets that doctors never ever tell you about. Sneaky insurance tricks that could be costing you an arm and a leg. Make sure you're not a victim. It presupposes there's conflict here. The statement of interest with benefit bullet, also cool. It's basically a formula, so it's like it's just the essence of bullets themselves. So you just give a curiosity element and a benefit part as well. But like the first part is kind of like a setup. So drowning is the 3rd leading cause of accidental death. So this is the first part. But did you know it's possible to save a drowning person even if you can't swim? Page 15. So this again, it's a pattern interrupt. It's like, how can I actually save someone like that? How is that possible? I want to find out. And that's the effect that you always want to go for with bullets. Then we have some direct benefit bullets, which like, again, is just a big claim. The specific question bullet, join bank accounts, close them fast and open separate ones, or you'll pay dearly. Page 142. What time of day are you at greatest risk for low blood glucose? The surprising answer will put you on alert. So I think these are very powerful in asking like a philosophical question almost, and then teasing something like, hey, if you mess this up, then you're gonna be sorry. We have the if-then bullet, which is like very, in a sense, it's basic, but it still works really well for headlines as well, for these as well. So we know how powerful if-then statements are. So for example, if you've got just 20 minutes a month, I guarantee to work a financial miracle in your life. If you have a tension, headache, here's why you should forget your scalp and concentrate on your toes. So again, something counterintuitive. The when bullet, when it's safe to ignore the April 15 filing deadline, no interest, no penalties, no nasty visits from the feds. Page 14. When cold pizza is the perfect fat loss breakfast. Now, I love this. It's so good. It's so counterintuitive. Like, it assumes that there is a place in which pizza can be the perfect fat loss breakfast. And it's like how can that be possible? And when it's cold pizza, so there's so many things that are pattern interrupts here. It's like the when. So this assumes that sometimes it is, sometimes it's not, and I want to find out when it is. Then we have cold pizza. So it's like, what? So it's cold. Most like cold pizza usually sucks. So how come this be? Or like pizza, like how can this be? Like primarily that by eating pizza I can lose weight. Then how can it be like fat loss? How can it serve my fat loss purposes? How can it be a breakfast as well? And how can it be the perfect? And see page 14. I just love this bullet. This I imagine that as a headline as well, this could be, or like for an advertorial, this could be really, really powerful. Then we have the quickest, easiest bullet. Everybody just wants, things that are quick and easy and simple and stuff like that. The truth bullet. So the truth about mutual funds, what your broker doesn't tell you could cost you up to 5% this year. The truth about tuna, is it good for you or does it contain harmful metals that can ruin your immune system? See page 70. The truth about alcohol, will it interfere with muscle growth? Will it help your heart and circulatory system? See page 274. Pretty cool. But then again, don't overuse it. The better bullet, so it's like better than the bench press. For a broader, more muscular chest, the uncanny exercise on page 17 works wonders. So again, it assumes that there are a bunch of solutions that our target audience already knows about, and then there are superior, even better solutions as well. So what can that be? And then we have the single bullet. So like the single most explosive investment in this coming crash. Now notice how this already is very, very like intriguing, especially if you own stocks, because everybody's like expecting the crash. When does it happen? Because then it's a good time to like buy some stocks. It takes advantage of my 3 proven growth factors and is still available dirt cheap, but it won't stay that way for long. So yeah, it's really powerful. A few other good examples, like, and this is a how-to bullet, how to exploit Warren Buffett's bull market X factor and make 307% profits on gold stocks in the next 60 days. Notice how it's like it has a ... so it's like it assumes that you want to continue it. It has specifics, 307% profits, 60 days. Warren Buffett, this immediately has credibility to it. It has the unique mechanism here, like bull market X factor. Like what can that be? It must be some proprietary new system that Warren Buffett, the genius investor, invented. The Oracle of Omaha, Clayton's personal practice for creating killer bullets and fascinations. Actually, this isn't a bullet. I just read it like that, but it could be a pretty cool bullet as well. So yeah, guys, I'm getting tired now, actually. So I'm gonna wrap this up, but just read the damn thing. It's really good. You can get a lot of inspiration from it for your own promotions and basically any type of copy you write. And I promise you that if you hand copy these, the ability of creating very short but very effective and powerful little thoughts in your head and communicating them properly will be much better. So if you hand copy these bullets, you'll just know how good bullets look like, and you'll be able to formulate little messages that convert way better. And you can use them on, like, for example, on Instagram, or maybe even like on TikTok, you could use something like this as well. Definitely not many copywriters are using those. So yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like below the video, like a comment below the video, and like the video if you've enjoyed it. And make sure to also share it with a friend if they could also get some value from it.